What if aliens are already watching us? Not in a scary movie kind of way, but real, quiet, watching from a distant kind of way. And what if we're closer than ever to finding proof? Every night when you look up at the sky, you're actually looking at history. Thousands of stars, billions of planets, and out of all those, could just one of them have life? That question is one of the biggest mysteries of science, and we're getting closer to the answer. To find life, we first need to understand what life actually needs. Here on Earth, the recipe is simple: water, energy, and a few important chemicals like carbon, oxygen, nitrogen. But things get interesting when you realize not every planet works like Earth. For example, some scientists believe that life doesn't even need sunlight to survive. Imagine a planet with no sun, no warmth from the sky, just thick ice, frozen silence, and under that ice a hidden ocean. That's exactly what scientists like Manasvi Lingam and Abraham Loeb think could be happening on certain moons like Europa, which orbits Jupiter. Europa's surface is frozen solid, but underneath, a giant dark ocean warmed by the planet's core. And deep in that darkness, something could be swimming. Not giant sea monsters, but tiny microbes, alien bacteria. Life without sunlight. And that's not science fiction. We've seen something similar on Earth, life growing near volcano vents deep in our oceans where no light ever reaches. So yes, it's possible. Life might exist in places we can't even see. Now here's the big question. How do we even find life that far away? We use space telescopes like the powerful James Webb Telescope to study distant planets, especially those in what scientists call the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. We send robots to Mars to look for signs of ancient water. We study the chemicals in the distant atmospheres, searching for things like oxygen, methane, or other gases that living things usually make. And then there are future missions. NASA's Starlight project wants to launch tiny spacecraft, smaller than your phone, filled with microbes or seeds, just to see if life can survive journey through space. Why? Because if life can survive space, maybe it can travel between planets. Now hold on, what about UFOs? Over the years, there have been thousands of report signings of UFOs, strange lights in the sky moving in ways we don't understand. Even pilots and astronauts have reported things they couldn't explain. Governments around the world, including the US, have released real reports on unexplained aerial phenomena. Do they prove aliens are visiting us? Not exactly, but they prove one thing: we don't know everything yet. Some scientists believe aliens might be too far away to contact. Some believe they're avoiding us on purpose, and others think we just haven't looked in the right place yet. So are we alone? We don't know. But we're closer than we've ever been. The discovery could come tomorrow or next year, or maybe when you grow up and build your own space robot, because the first alien we find might not be a giant green creature, it might be a tiny microbe floating in the dark beneath a frozen sea on a world far away. And that one discovery would change everything. So next time you look at this night sky, ask yourself, if you could send a space mission anywhere, where would it go? Would it dig into ice, send seeds into space, search for signs of life and life? And if you could build a space robot, what would it do? Tell me in the comments. I might share your idea in my next video. For now, no one knows for sure if alien exists. But every telescope, every space probe, every tiny signal brings us closer. Until then, keep your eyes on the stars and keep wondering. Like and subscribe and hit the bell, because the next alien discovery might start with a kid who's curious enough to ask, what if? Bye!